Today we are going to check out God of War on the OLED Steam Deck.
Listen to me. The road ahead is long and unforgiving.
You know the drill. We will be going through all the settings from low all the way to ultra to see just how well the Steam Deck can handle this game. So get your good luck prayers into Taiki and let's jump right into this.
Atreus!
As always, we're going to start things off nice and easy at the low settings. Honestly, I was really hoping to see at least a solid 60 frames per second, but we're actually seeing quite a huge variant. It absolutely goes into the 60s, but we'll dip down all the way to 40 sometimes. For the most part, it looks like we're chilling right around the mid 50s. If we're inside an area that's a little bit smaller, then it's chilling at the 60 frames per second. But playing this game at low settings is phenomenal. This game looks incredible. Low was easy work, so now we're gonna go up to what they call original, which is basically medium.
Two were hiding in the trees are back for more. Go on.
Jumping up to original really did take quite a hit to the frames per second. Still great, we're almost always above 40 frames per second, so if you wanted to lock in at 40 or 45 frames per second, I'm a big fan of the 40 to 45 frames per second on these handheld PCs, and then being able to just lock it in with a little bit of a higher quality is typically the way I go. This is honestly how I would probably play this game. However, let's not speak too soon, because who knows, this game might perform great at high settings. So let's jump in. It looks like it's just trying desperately to stay above that 30 frames per second and possibly into the 35s area, but basically we're here at the 30 frames per second at high settings on the Steam Deck with God of War, which is pretty impressive, not gonna lie. If you really want that quality life, you can do that on the OLED Steam Deck. 30 frames per second, 38, 39, it's doable for sure. But if you want to lock it at 30 frames per second so that we don't get those dips that go below 30 frames per second, we can also do that and just run all day long at a solid 30 frames per second and probably rarely, if ever, getting a dip under 30 frames per second. This is at high settings. Not bad.
You did it!
You did it indeed. This is another viable option for all you people who want the really high quality stuff. But what if you could play at ultra 30 frames per second? And, well, 25 frames per second. We're getting like mid 20s on ultra. So it doesn't look like ultra is going to be on the table with God of War. Now, of course, you could probably get some mods or something, or until they release FSR 3 and all those kind of things, or I could dump down the resolution. But dudes, just play it high, not ultra. And then just for fun, let's go back all the way up to 90 hertz on the Steam Deck at ultra and see what happens. And what do you know? 37, 39, 41? Again, this is like a little area. It's a little bit easier, but we're kind of hanging above 30 pretty much until that moment right there. Dipped down a tiny bit, came back up. I guess if you really desperately wanted to play at ultra, you probably could, but it just seemed to be a lot more stable at high and still looked incredible. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and leave me a comment with what games you would like to see tested like this. I have a whole huge list that I'm creating from everybody's comments below, and I'm running out of all the games I already own, so now I'm going to be moving on to the games that you guys are suggesting the most.